How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a long time. I've been gone since last Wednesday, and we had the Envoy Summit stuff. I'll be definitely making a video about that and my thoughts, probably tomorrow. But we needed to get this event video for you guys because, well, Scotty was ready for it yesterday, and I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I am laid up, super sick. Apparently, the airport this past weekend was a petri dish of just illness, and yours truly was experimental on. So we're gonna be talking about this video, this event, and we're gonna let Scotty break it down for the most part. So of course we gotta say hello, Mr. Scotty. How are you doing?
I'm good. Missed you.
I miss you too. And I failed every single event and free claim and everything while I was gone because we weren't in contact. And so my account was ruined and I'm quitting the game. Let's get into it. All right, so we got two events like we normally do. One web store and then one is the actual event. So why don't you talk us through what we're going through?
So the web milestones are easy, 10 raid battles a day. So I think most engaged players will be able to do that because it's basically 5 into whatever Doom or Incursion raid you're doing and 5 into whatever Greek raid you're doing. So that shouldn't be an issue, but obviously some people maybe aren't as engaged. But unfortunately, it only gives you 2,000 ebony treats a day, so it's not a lot. You do get some gold promos too, so I think that's going to be helpful for people because free gold promos, yay. But that is going to feed into the main event, which is the Spectral Emporium. In the blog, it was supposed to be 5 points per power core, and then when the event went live, it was only 1 point per power core. They couldn't fix it fast enough, and so instead of fixing it, they're just sending out the 25,000 event points that everyone should have got today. It was worded a little bit poorly in the blog, like the blog about the error, because it said it was going to be event currency. So I was like, oh, they're giving us like extra stuff to spend in the store. That's a surprise, and well, of course they're not actually going to do that. It's just actual milestone points that they sent us.
Okay, so double whammy. The point conversion is 1/5 what it was supposed to be, and then promised currency to spend on some nice stuff, and then not giving it. Just taking a shot in the dark.
It's the wording.
It's the wording.
They worded it so it could be either way because they said 25,000 points of event currency, which in my mind, when there's an event store, that means it's going to be for the store because it's currency to spend. But the points part is what they're sticking to, and that it was milestone points. And like, well, if that's what you intended, you could have just said milestone points. But
okay, and just taking a shot in the dark, if it was actually a 5-to-1 conversion rate, would this event have been like free to play friendly?
No. So the 25,000 points that they're giving us is probably more than a lot of like free to play people would have spent in cores. So technically what they're giving us, while it would have been great to spend in the store, I think this is still better for the free to play people. For the people that would have spent cores and would have used it on, was it Darthwing coming?
Darkwing,
next?
Yeah. Darkhawk.
Darkhawk, sorry. They would have used cores to pull on him. I think for those people, it's a kick in the nuts, I guess. But for the free to play people or people that wouldn't have spent many cores, it definitely is a benefit.
I don't know how to feel about that because the fact that the ratio is off by that much, then they give milestone points and it still doesn't cut. Okay, well, let's get into it. Let's start here. This is going to be for milestone 16, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we looking
at? This, like, milestone 16th is the best you're going to get to. And I did like take into account the compensation that we would have got. And just as we had talked about before, like if they had done the 5 points to power core ratio, so at the 1 point, you're only getting 3,600 points for the cores part of it. Okay. But if it had been the 5-to-1, you would have gotten 18,000 cores. So 18,000 points. So the 25,000 points is still more than even spending 50 core refreshes and 100 core refreshes a day. So that is good for a lot of people, and that's what I was kind of getting at. But I
Okay.
guess if you were going to pull a lot of cores into Darkhawk, it would have outweighed it. But anyway, so taking into consideration the compensation they're sending, doing 50 core refreshes, 100 core refreshes every day. I didn't do a bonus day just because we just came out from an energy spending event, so I felt like a lot of people probably wouldn't have saved up much energy because they probably spent it on the last event, so I just didn't take that into account this time.
Okay.
And then looking at the nodes themselves, there is a difference
Oh,
in the drops. It is better than the event we just went through, where actually it was only the 15 and 30 energy nodes that were the most efficient.
okay.
Now at least it's the 12 and 24, which is the majority of a lot of the higher nodes that a lot of people are going to be farming.
Okay.
I would avoid the 10, 20, 8, 16, 6, 12, and even the Heroes 1, 3 node that is kind of a little bit more efficient than it should be. It's still not anywhere near as efficient as the 12 and 24, 15, 30 nodes.
Okay.
So I just bolded the ones that I would focus on, but that is a lot of nodes, and that is better than the previous event where it was only the 30 and 15 because there's not a lot of those nodes that a lot of people are farming versus the 12 and 24 are pretty common ones, like in the hard and like the villains and hero campaign, like the hard ones. So that is good because you don't have to think about too much which nodes you're farming, but just be very careful to do the ones in bold. So that is going to get you to milestone 16. Is it worth getting to milestone 16? We'll talk about that in a bit. But that is how you get there.
All right. And here is just a verbal slash written recount of what he just said. So you can go ahead and pause here and take that picture if you want. It seems somewhat reasonable for milestone 16, but like you said, we got to know the rewards. So this is going to be milestone 15. It looks like you just shaved off 3 of the 100 core refreshes.
Yeah, so that will get you just down to the milestone below it. Once again, when you look at it, I don't even like I don't think that is I don't think specifically the milestones are what you're going for at this point. It is factoring in your event currency, which we'll get into later on, but this is kind of how you get to that next milestone if it's appealing to you. But
Cool. And yeah, we'll go over those rewards together, guys. Again, here's just the written down version of that. And then finally, this will be for milestone 14 now. Well, this looks my kind of speed. What do we got going on here for core refreshes?
So, I mean, a lot of people do at least the 50 cores, so
Yeah.
you may be above this, but just for people that don't have a lot of cores or don't have much to farm, like you really only have to do 150 core refresh to get to milestone 14. So, a lot of this is because of the compensation they gave us.
Okay, right on. Here's that writing for that. And then we have even one more. We got milestone 13 with no core refreshes. Let's go. Save all those cores for Darkhawk.
Yeah. So no core refreshes at all. This is still assuming you're going to complete the web milestone and the free claims, but the compensation like just makes this so much easier for people that just want the monthly item. So I think milestone 13 is a few above the monthly item
Oh,
because
wow.
really you would have to like not play the game for a day to only hit the monthly item.
Hey, that's good, and I appreciate that from the monthly item stuff. I do think they should be like dummy proof to get these for the super casual players. We're gonna talk about what I think is like a move away from free to play, but we'll talk about that later. But this is a good move for free to play casuals. So here's the write up for that. And now a word from your sponsors, Scotty. If you don't care about the milestones or ranked rewards, another way to think about this event is buying gear tier 18s in the event store and how much you can get. I've made 3 different calculations to look at this separate at this to look at this separate from the forms. I'm sorry, I'm so tired and dying. All right, so what are we looking at here?
So this is just looking like those milestones are really poopy anyway. Like there's not a lot of difference between them. So like more like if you want to decide on if you're doing hundreds or 50 core refreshes, is how much of the gear tier 18 you want to buy. Because if you do 450 cores and 300 cores every day, that's going to allow you to buy 40 gear tier 18 pieces. Of course, they may not be the ones you want, depending on what shows up in the store. And this is once again an event where you have to spend the currency within the time frame, so the 6 days, even though the store is open a couple days after that.
I hate that.
I hate it too. I said it again that I hated it to them. But if you're needing gear tier 18 or even character shards, like this is the amount of event store currency you're gonna get. So I just kind of broke it down into 3 levels where you can get 40 pieces of gear tier 18, and then the next one was the 35 pieces. Like obviously I had to round down for the 37 because you can't buy an odd because it's every 5,000 points.
Yeah.
And then the next one was just doing 250 core refreshes to get 30 gear tier 18. So that is a decent amount. Like you're not spending a lot of cores to still get 30 gear tier 18 pieces. So people working towards scroll are gonna like that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's look at the extremes here. So this would be 200 cores, plus this would be 500 cores daily for 40 gear tier 18 pieces, or 100 cores daily for 30 gear tier. So it depends on the value you put on those 10 gear tier 18 pieces. If you're near in scroll, I get it, man. I've been refreshing the store because I'm 2 skill pieces away from entering that final legendary section. So I get it. He's a hell of a character, and once I unlock him, I'm gonna be petitioning for them to nerf him. Okay, just so people can't say I'm a baby. No, he should be nerfed. All right. Let's get in game real quick. Let's talk about the rewards for this. This is going to be the Spectral Emporium. As you can see, I've spent none of my currency because skill gear has not shown up. First things first, let's look at the ranked rewards. So I've not collected anything except for what was given to me for free and the free claims. We got some Kestrel in there. We got some rescue. I think that's great for new players coming in. Lots of orange gear. Lots and lots of orange gear, right? That's good. And then if
Are
we
you being sarcastic?
No, I mean that's a good amount of orange gear for new players, isn't it?
Yes. I look at this on my baby account because I am like out of focus and mystic orange stuff.
So it
So I
helps.
like looked at those and I was like, "Oh my god, yes."
Yeah. So part of them is thinking about the up and coming player, which is
Yeah.
good. And then so 9, 10, we got more of the same. We're starting to dip into the teal gear. You can see that number substantially go down. I guess this is the monthly item at milestone 11. So this seems like it's very easy to get. You literally need only 12,000 more points than what they gave us in the compensation. Cool. Elite 4s and Elite 5s, they don't have as much value as they used to. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So the difference between milestones 14, 15, and 16, I'm not seeing it there as far as the core expense. Like the health catalysts are kind of nice. I'd kind of just go to the focus catalyst and call it a day myself because that's a big jump down and down and down. And oh my God, it's not even near the bottom. Okay, so milestone 16 is what you had mapped out. That was doing 4 and 4. 140,000. It's nearly double. And that's not including getting the compensation twice. This game makes money, folks. This game makes money. How many people... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to look at it. Jesus Christ. Our opinions don't matter. They don't... Okay, but this is for the ranked rewards. Ah, the dust. It's got the dust in there. That's what it is. And then we got Big Time Spider-Man. Hey, we do some pretty hardcore wars. Do you think a 7 red star Big Time Spider-Man will be a threat to our Hawkeye Yo-Yo combo? You think so?
That's why I put a 7 red on Hawkeye today.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think we could just bring those characters up to like gear tier 16, put them both as fortifiers. I think they'll laugh at Big Time Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
I
don't know. It'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting. I don't see the value in this, but they're giving him all the way down to rank 50. They've never done that before, and then up to 250 is 6-star, and then at 1 to 2% is what is this? 18 gear tier 18 orbs and 1500 dark promos, and then 3 to 10 also gear tier 18 and 800 dark promos. But there is a huge caveat to this leaderboard. Why don't you talk us through it?
Well, and that is your leaderboard. 'Cause
Right.
There's 3 different leaderboards, and that is the one that we're looking at. But this is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot less people in our leaderboard now,
Right.
and so I really have no idea how far you're going to have to get to the top 1%, because obviously there are gear tier 18 orbs in there. There's a lot of dark promos, and this is why like the rewards are so much better, because they know there's going to be so much less people in that bracket now. because now what was the breakdown? There was because we're in the 85 to 95, then there's a 70 to 84 and a 50 to 69.
So they did it by level, account level breakdown. This is going to be a really good indicator for all you Doomsday people how many endgame veteran players are still in the game. If you're level 85 to 95, I'm very interested to see what 1 to 2% will be. Do you have an idea? I think 1 to 2% might be 500 players. What do you think?
I don't know. I am so out of touch with the number of people that are playing because like sometimes like when I haven't done any of the points and I see where I'm ranked, I'm like, holy crap, there's a lot of people here. But
That's true.
I don't know. This is gonna separate a lot.
Mm-hmm. No matter what, one of these three brackets is screwed over because the numbers are going to be small. There's definitely going to be people that do their usual run that they need for 1 to 2% that are going to be sorely mistaken when they get those results in. Is it a live leaderboard? Oh, it's at least a live leaderboard.
Yeah.
50,000. No big deal. I haven't spent anything from this store yet though, so there's that. I'm a sleeper agent, you know. Like I'm just waiting to not get whatever this is. Is tech? Yeah, I'm waiting to not get tech. But guys, that's gonna be it for the event talk. What do you think about the event in its totality, Scotty? I kind of got a lot of bad feelings from it, but I didn't look into it because I just saw that from people in the Discord and from streams and stuff. Now that you've dove into it and you can see the event in its entirety, what's your feeling on it?
I think it's a great. It's a good event not to care about for a lot of people. Like there are going to be those people up in like the top 200 that care a lot, and like if you're one of those people, you're going to hate yourself for the next 6 days watching that leaderboard go crazy, and you getting further and further away. It's just one of those things. Like I would choose to focus on just the store and looking at it as, hey, this is a way for me to get 30 to 40 gear tier 18 pieces that I want, especially if like you're looking out for salts, which never show up for me.
Yeah.
Very salty about it.
Yeah. Ooh.
So like it's a way to think of it like that. Like there is a lot of like stuff in the early milestones, and like getting to milestone 16 I do not think is worth it for milestone 16, but by getting there that's going to get you 40 gear tier 18 pieces, which I think is worth it for a lot of people. So I think you should just focus on that and just see where you land in the leaderboard. And I think people that go to 16 are probably going to be in the top 1% because I don't know if a lot of people are going to spend that many cores on it. But that would be my thought, is 16 is probably around where the 1% would be.
Right on. All right, that's a very healthy, mature way to look at it, which is why I don't look at it like that. But I don't even want to talk about it no more. We're going to talk about this pass and just the passes in general, because while I was gone, some interesting stuff happened with the pass. So this is the new Strike Pass with Zombie Iron Man. Now, if you tally it up, you do get enough shards to unlock Zombie Iron Man free to play. I believe he was a 45 shard unlock, if I'm not mistaken, and you get 45 shards on the bottom. They've really increased what you're getting on the top, the premium. So you're getting 25 gear tier 18 at the end. I'm not even looking at the Zombie Iron Man shards anymore. You're getting a whack of gold. You're getting way more Origin gear than we've gotten in the past. Way more catalyst than we've gotten in the past.
Is it a whack of gold? People keep saying it's a whack of gold, and I feel like we got gold orbs before. Okay. Okay. Because there's gold there, but I feel like it's less than we got as the gold orbs. I mean, there was RNG involved, but I still feel like he probably got more gold.
I want to say it was 18 gear, 18 gold orbs in the top rack, and then maybe 3 below it. So if you do the average, like it's probably 2 mil gold. So I think we're getting more gold here on average. But I'm more focused on the gold promos, the Origin gear, and these gear tier 18. So there's 15 there, and then there's 10 here, and then there's 25 at the beginning and at the end, for a total of 75 gear tier 18 orbs, and 0 on the free-to-play pass. 0, yeah. Is it,
Give us your money.
yeah, kind of, right? But also like the people that don't spend at all. This is just it's creating a chasm between players. And as a spender, I punch up into Krakens, right? But I also punch down into non-spenders. And neither feels great. I don't like being annihilated with zero hope of winning. I don't like annihilating people with zero hope of winning. It really takes the fun out of some sort of competition out of the game. What do you feel about this pass and this other pass as well? It was just completely bugged, but it's giving a bunch of Sylvie shards, which is great. But if we look at like the dark promos here, we're getting I think 1250 dark promos on the pay pass, and I think 100 dark promos on the non-pay pass, and just a vast difference, of course, in the gold and the training materials, but because of the bug where they put it's just 50 of everything on the bottom rack. How are you feeling about the passes lately? They do kind of seem like they're skewing heavily towards the premium side and just like scraps on the free-to-play side right now, with the exception of Sylvie, which was a bug.
I think that they're still better on the free to play side than they were,
Okay.
except for the bugged battle pass. I think it was with the terrible gold, but we're apparently getting compensation for that.
Right.
I think their goal right now is to try to get the people that aren't buying them to buy them. That this pass is like FOMO central. Like if you do not buy this pass, this is what you're missing, and it is significant because it used
Yeah.
to be more just the character shards and like the cores. Like it is a very good value, but they really want to try to get the free to play to turn into light
Ooh,
spenders.
well, look at this 24 gear tier 17 versus 2 gear tier 17. Ugh. Ugh. I feel like. So, what do you think would be a healthy balance? If you were the god of Scopely and you could pick the balance, for me, anything in the premium pass, 1/3. So, say the pass has X total of gear tier 18, of gold, of gear, or origin gear, whatever the case may be. What percentages is going into East Pass? For me, 66% of the awesome shit is going premium, and 33% of the awesome shit is going free to play. Am I just delusional in that? Do you not see like, oh, I just got 100 gold promos, but if I get the premium pass, I'll get 300 gold promos today, and instead of upgrading one character to 6 red star, I can upgrade 2 to 7. Or oh, I could just get 200 or 330,000 gold today. Oh, but if I get it, I'll actually get another million. Like, I feel like there's a better way instead of just saying like pass or GTFO. And this origin gear is pathetic. This is 130 of the catalyst or 25 on the free to play pass. Like these
But
numbers are
like
atrocious.
just remember the free to play people are probably not dying of catalysts.
Oh, that's fair, but still
Like the
sucks.
people that are dying of catalysts are the people that are spending because like you hit that at different levels. So I think it would be I like your idea of like the 2/3 up top, 1/3 on bottom, and I think that would look better. And it does kind of do that at many spots. Like look at the golden training mats like
Yeah.
further on in the past. Like there it is kind of like 2/3 and 1/3, but there are some that you just look at and go, "Ooh, that's just rude."
Yeah, 1 million ISO Blue 4 or 75,000. Have fun. 25 gear tier 18 or 6 gear tier 17.
Well, just
Sorry,
like
gear
give
tier
them some
16.
gear tier 18. Just
Yeah.
give them some. Like it's not like if you were to have like I don't know, like 6 orbs of the gear tier 18, that is not going to get them to super scroll anytime soon.
Exactly.
Just do it because then it feels better than being like gear tier 18 or gear 16.
Gear tier 16. I can't believe I clicked that button. I was really hopeful it was at least gear tier 17. Anyway, guys, we're going to end
No,
this
it's
here.
16.
This was it for this event video / strike pass roast with our favorite and only regular collaborator, Mr. Scotty Maivia. I don't know why I said that, but I love you, buddy. I missed you.
Who?
It rhymed. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it rhymed. I don't know. But I miss you. I know
Okay,
everyone on
bye,
the
guys.
channel missed you, and we're leaving. And we're leaving now. Bye. Bye, everybody. Welcome back. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.